Hello, sweeties. Let's play. Let's get messy and have some fun and go on an adventure. Are you in? Grab your coffee. You're gonna need it. Hello, sweeties. Okay, we're gonna do some experimenting in these books because I have a crazy idea and I thought I'd share it with you and you're gonna freak out. But it's fine. Remain calm. It's gonna be fine. I had previously blacked out a couple pages. You guys have seen me do that before. Just matte medium pages. And then when it's dry, I come back and I'm using, apple barrel acrylic or matte acrylic paint. And then when that's dry, I come back and flick a little watered down apple barrel matte acrylic in the white. Flick those around as stars. And if I've got, a couple pages to do with the same technique, I'm trying to do like tasks together. Apologies if you can hear heavy breathing. Jane Cobb is helping me do voiceovers today. He sounds like an obscene phone call, I swear. Hey buddy, down. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so taking a baby wipe and wiping off anywhere I got paint that I don't need stars to be. And that is the joy of the matte medium being put down first. You can do that a lot easier. Okay. Oh, I pulled out, I still have it here. Let me have a look because I don't want to bugger up what they're actually called. It's the Tim Holtz, I call them Little People, which is probably inappropriate, but the Tim Holtz Ideology, it's 107 pieces, paper dolls is what he calls them. But I thought I would really go mixed media on this page and pulled out some of the people there. And I'm cutting them in half, and some are in the cereal bowl there, and some are in the spoonful of cereal. I don't know why, it seemed like a good idea at the time, would you believe? I don't know. But I actually quite like it. I still have to come back and finish this page completely, but yeah. Just taking the Posca and making it look like milk or something down in there. Which I should have gone, now that I think about it, I should have gone with a different color and turned it into something else. It didn't have to be milk, I guess. And that page there is a picture of an old diamond mine. I cannot remember in which country. If you have not started your journey into your abandoned books yet, get a small notebook. Write down page numbers and what was on that page. I wish I had have done that, and I'm going to have to get another copy of the Abandoned Places book so that I know what it was beforehand, because there's a lot of interesting stuff and I didn't write any of it down. I'm just using matte medium to stick these in, and because these the little paper dolls are a thicker cardstock type paper, they did not want to sit flat on my page, so I had a bit of a go around with them to get them to sit flat. Also, I'm finding that doing some really simple pages are a lot of fun and a lot less stress than trying to figure out lots of collage and how to put it all together and all of that. Sometimes I just need just those simple pages, just a few pieces, and I'm really digging those as well. I will do when I do a flip through to catch up where we're at in the book again, I will do way close up so you can see, because The one I was just working on is actually a small child, little baby sitting on top of a raisin or whatever. This video too, I hadn't started zooming in really far yet. The one after this, I believe I did. Gonna give that a go and see if that works better or not. I'm finding it difficult though, because if you're zoomed way in on the book, you can't see all the stuff that I'm doing on the outside, you know, just out of view then. So I don't know which is better for you guys. And because my camera hangs way above my head and I have to climb up on the bar stool to turn it on and off, I don't spend a lot of time zooming in and out. Because, you know, I'm an accident-prone person anyway, so it's probably not the best setup for me. Oh, excuse me. We have so much smoke in the area because a bunch of New Mexico's on fire, some of Colorado's on fire. Anytime Arizona's on fire, we get their smoke, but it is so thick through town. You can actually see smoke rolling down the street. It's it's not been good, and I hope that everybody's doing okay. I'll have to check on friends of ours that are firefighters and whatnot. They're probably pretty busy currently. Okay. I don't remember how fast I made this particular part, but it is reasonably quick there. I have done a lot of these very fast. There is a chunk of this video that is 1000% faster than it should be, but there's a reason for that. I'll show you when we get there. But yeah, these were just simple pages. I didn't zoom in on that one at all. Sorry about my buff head in the way. That's gonna happen though. It's really hard for me to I usually like crawl into my art. If I'm not videoing, my head is right there, up close to what I'm doing. I don't know why. And there's the next one we're gonna work on. Now, this page, I'm working out where I want to do this. This is a full-on experiment. I didn't know if it would work or not, and I don't want you to panic, okay? I use white school glue over a painted base, and before it dries, you want it to just start drying, but before it's actually dry, paint over it with some more paint of a different color. This is how I do my crackle effect. And I was curious to know if it would work in a book, because I've done it for covers. Actually, that's how I did the oh, what are they called? Cupboards. The cupboard doors in the kitchen, green and white. They look all foresty and stuff. But yeah, that's how I did them. I did an update in the kitchen for like 20 bucks. It was magic. But yeah, so we've got the white school glue down, and I don't want you to panic, okay? Don't panic, we're being brave. It's all about experimenting. I'm using apple barrel paints here, and I think the lime green one might be a folk art. Hang on, yeah, it's a folk art. Okay, and I'm just using a chubby brush to spread it out. I'm dragging it across the top of the wet glue, okay? And I probably should have stopped right there, but I didn't. I had to keep fussing at it and messed up a little bit more than I wanted to around the edge of the ship. But yeah. Now I've got this. I was making an air fan and then realized pretty quick that's gonna take forever. So I didn't do that a whole lot. But here, if you watch this, I left it up so you could see it mostly dry. I didn't leave it up for the whole time, but this is 1000% faster. But if you watch it, we're literally watching paint dry, but I wanted you to see how the crackle effect works. And it takes a while. But as the glue dries, because glue shrinks as it dries, it pulls the paint apart in places, so that's how you get your crackle effect. I do know there's different crackle mediums and stuff. I've always used white school glue. It works just fine for anything that I do. And you can see on the left page there, it's starting to crackle. But I wanted you to see this effect. And yeah, I couldn't help but wonder if it would work in a book. Like, for real, would that work? And yeah, since I'm all about learning and experimenting, and these books are all about new techniques for me, or what techniques do I already know and can they be used in the books, I figured I'd give it a go. And it's why I know it's crazy, wild. I showed the mister and he kind of just raised an eyebrow like, what have you done? I love it. I think it's crazy. But yeah, it may not be for everybody, and that's fine. That's why I'm willing to give it a go. But it is fun. If you're afraid to do it in your book, I do at least suggest doing it on just a random calendar page or some kind of picture for something else. It is a lot of fun. And it's still not dry there. There it is. It's come back. This is a couple days later. I did not want to mess with it for days, so I came back a couple days later, and that's it, dry. It didn't crackle quite as much as I was hoping it would, and I think that's because the paint on top, I used two different paints, and I think I put them on too thick. I probably should not have put paint directly onto the glue and then spread it out, but this is how we learn. Okay, I started writing, and the reason I wrote on this page was so it made more sense. Excuse me, because this was a song that popped into my head while I was painting the crackle part. I realized pretty quick when I started writing with the Posca that my tip was getting all gummy with the directly on the matte paint. So I cleaned off the tip. You just run it over some paper and it cleans up just fine. But I stopped writing so I could put matte medium down everywhere. And because Posca over the top of matte medium is glorious. It just goes. So matte medium, come back when it's dry. And actually it was mostly dry. It felt kind of damp where my arm was at. And I don't know if I'm going to add different colors to the lettering later or not, but I wanted to at least get it down. But yeah, I can't help but look at that shuttle just crashing, breaking through that weird nebula thing, you know? But yeah, the song Break On Through to the Other Side. It just kept going round and round in my head every time I look at this shuttle. And I was having a hard time. Where the book is placed is way far forward on my desk, or back, I guess, far away from me. But trying to stay out of the way and still reach the book was a bit of a chore. Well, and keeping my head out of the way. I'm not sure why I went with orange. Normally I wouldn't have done that, but I did. Yeah, that's my space shuttle going through that funky nebula thing. Break on through to the other side. And again, the crackle didn't come out near as well as I was hoping, and I probably should have set it back behind the wing a little bit, but I didn't. I was excited. That's what these books are for me, though. It's all about experimenting. It's all about learning and just throwing everything I can at it just to see what works and what doesn't. I'm not being precious with it. I'm just giving it a go. So break on through to the other side. Thanks for being with me today. I love you. Bye.